Hello, everybody. It's great to be with you here tonight. Today is actually March 19th, and this is going to be my final live for this particular Zoom style, this type particular meeting. But I want to encourage you that anybody who's watching this replay, everything that I discuss here, all the bonuses and all the special things from me to you for taking the time to watch it, those will still apply. So all you need to do is, and I'm going to put this here in the chat right away. So if you're seeing this live, obviously you can take care of, take advantage of what I'm going to be sharing with you here this evening. But also, if you catch the replay and you want to take advantage of some of the bonuses that are exclusively from me to you, and for taking the time to spend your evening with me and watch this presentation, send me an email at rick@silverandgoldsolutions.org. Okay. And then that'll just say, hey, Rick, I saw the replay of your presentation. I want to take advantage of those offers. And then just send me that email, and then I'll get back to you as quickly as possible on how we can go ahead and get you squared away and taken care of. So I'm really excited to be here because this is really something that's overlooked, and it's a misconception about precious metals and also what you can do to start building wealth for your future. But before I get into that, what I'm also going to do here is I'm going to put down this other website here that you can go to, and it's going to actually give you a 10,000-foot overview of what I am discussing with you here this evening. Let's see. So it's www.7kmetals.com/RickF. And that'll actually, I'm putting that here in the chat. There's 3 short videos on that homepage, and it'll give you, like I said, a 10,000-foot overview of what I'm sharing here. Okay. And I'm going to take this a little bit in depth here and just give you some more background information. And then also I'm going to put in here in the chat, there's income disclosure, bit.ly. And this is because with what I'm going to be sharing with you here this evening is something that not only can you save and start building wealth for your future, but at the same time, I'm going to share with you a special way. It's called, I like to refer to it as the cherry on top of how you can actually earn passively in the process, just for sharing the same information with other people. So I have that income disclosure there in the chat. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this started here. I do have a PowerPoint that I want to share with everybody. Let me see. Whoops, share screen. There we go. And with this PowerPoint, I do have a video in it that, there we go. And in the video, it's a nice little presentation. It's kind of gives you a little bit more background information on what I'm going to be sharing here with you this evening. So what I'm going to be talking about is the most overlooked and simple technique to building wealth and growing your income starting today. It's a way for you to help preserve wealth and have a more secure financial future. So a lot of times people think about wealthy families, the generationally wealthy families. Well, what are they doing that the average everyday person isn't doing? So it's there's different ways to build wealth, and everybody knows that wealthy families typically have multiple ways that they do that, are multiple sources of income, are ways to build wealth. But we're going to discuss what a couple of those possibilities are, and what you can do yourself starting today if you would like. So one of the things that you go over the course of time, okay, so you look at families that have had wealth for, say, 2 or 3, 4 generations back. So you go back, 100, 150, 200 years ago, and they were always wealthy. Well, you look over the course of time, there's certain things that everybody has the opportunity to save in or invest in or what have you. And one of them over the course of time has always been real estate or property. Okay, that's something that it's, if you're ever able to invest in real estate or property, that is something that it's a sound investment. It's something that builds it grows in its wealth over the course of time. It's something that if you buy a property, say that's $200,000, and it's, as soon as you buy it, it's not going to instantly go up to a value of $250,000, although lately the housing industry, the price market has been pretty kind of, it's been going up and down quite a bit. But right now, prices seem to be skyrocketing. But generally, with real estate, it's something that's going to build value over the course of time. And then, of course, there's always been some form or shape or form of stocks that you can save in and invest in. And a lot of times with that, a lot of people don't have the capacity to do that, or they don't know how to go about doing that. But that's something that's always been over the course of time. There's always been stocks, and then there's also been precious metals. You have silver and gold, which has always been it's been around for ages. It's always maintained its value, and it's always it always has its value. So regardless of what regardless of what the economy is doing, silver and gold are going to have its value regardless. Okay. It may, we've seen it fluctuate over the years, but it's something that's always been a stable. Okay. And then also there's nowadays you have cryptocurrencies. Okay. And right now it's been so volatile. The people who got in on Bitcoin at the ground level, still to this day are reaping the benefits of it because of the value of it. But a lot of us did not take advantage of that. And then there were some that did take advantage of it, but then liquidated what they had before it actually took off. So that's something that a lot of people don't have a lot of information about. So some people tend to shy away with it. But with the way the global economy is going, more and more countries are incorporating that into the way that you pay for things. So in the future, it's something that everybody should have the knowledge on. And that's one thing I have down here. Another option too is, this is something that I'll talk about in another presentation moving forward, is Coinbase. Okay, that's something where it gives you good information as far as how you can actually start learning about cryptocurrency, and in the process of learning about it, you can earn a little bit of crypto at the same time. So it's something really nice. And actually, what I'll do is I'll put at the end of on the recording, I'll put a link for that at the end, so you can actually check that out if you would like. And then there's also another thing that's come about most recently, is something that's called iHub Global, or where it's basically where you have this little helium type generator thing, and you actually plug it into your Wi-Fi. And basically what it does, it has its own little antenna, and it sends out a low range frequency. And what it is anything that's pretty much operates off of like anything that's a wireless type device will operate off of a low range frequency. And we're talking about anything besides cell phones. Okay. So basically any type of you have your watches, the scooters, you have different types of systems in buildings where they have these sensors that run off a low range Wi-Fi. And this is one thing with the iHub, is you get to one of these little passive income generators things. It's about 4 inches by about 3 inches square. About 4 inches in length and 3 inches square, and you plug it into your router, and it actually, once you're connected, it connects you to the blockchain. And so basically any devices that are in your area that are operating off of a wireless frequency, they will pick up that signal, and it generates helium on autopilot for you, which helium is a type of cryptocurrency. Again, here we're getting towards the future. Everything seems to be shifting towards cryptocurrency. But a lot of people are thinking, if you're watching this, you're thinking, well, Rick, I don't have anything to do with cryptocurrency. And I can understand that. I'm just kind of pointing out some of the things that are the here and now, so to speak. So we got the past with the real estate and the stocks and the silver and gold. And those still, all three of them today, you can still build wealth with that. And now you can add in the mix cryptocurrencies, and of course, what I was just explaining here about iHub. And I'll also include a link on that at the end of the presentation, so you can actually check that out too if you're interested. Okay, so out of all these things here, what is some one thing in common that has stood the test of time? What is the one thing that, you go back 200, 300, 500, 1,000 years ago, what has always been there? And the number one thing that's always been there that people have saved or built their wealth in is silver and gold. Okay, and a lot of people, there's a misconception out there that you have to have a ton of money in order to save in the form of silver and gold. And like I said, it's a misconception, because a lot of it is just having the awareness and the knowledge of how to go about doing it. And when I want to say with this presentation, my main goal here is just to educate you and help you share some of the stuff that I have learned. Okay. And that will, give you some food for thought as to what you can do moving forward. Now, this may be something that you don't have the capacity to do right now, but I'm going to share with you here this evening how, regardless of your income, whether you're making, minimum wage or $15,000 a year or $150,000 a year, how you can actually save in the form of precious metals, i.e. gold and silver, on just incrementally, because building wealth is something that happens over the course of time. Okay. And that's, that's what we're discussing here, is building wealth and having a more secure financial future. And so what you want to do is be able to do certain things a little bit at a time, and it builds up over the course of time. Okay. And so that's where, if you're, like, say, if you have no 401k and you have no way of saving other than a bank account or something like that, which is, even with the most recent interest rate hikes and that, you're still not getting anything for your money. Okay. And here the banks are utilizing your money to loan it out and make money, but what you're getting is pretty much nothing. Okay. So if this is what I'm going to share with you this evening, is a way for you to keep in mind of some way that you can actually start building wealth for your future and your family. So you don't have to worry, 10, 20 years down the road. Cause, I have two sons, and what my goal is to work things so they don't, when they get to my age in life, they don't have to struggle, or they don't have to worry about, how their future is going to look. Okay. So this is something where if you do it incrementally over the course of time, it's going to build wealth over the course of time. Okay. So before I even get into the video here, I wanted to show you something that I got in today's email. And this was kind of interesting. Okay. Now this is actually something that came from goldandsilver.com, and it shows what's happened over, the course going back from 1975 all the way through 2021. Whenever there's been like different areas of kind of where the economy is like chaos. And like right now we are in that one of those periods, because inflation is so high right now that something's going to happen. That's why the Fed's increased the interest rates. But, right now you look at the time frame when inflation was high, okay, 1976 to 1980. In that time, gold, the value of gold went up 717%. Silver went up 1,063%. Okay, just in that short period of time. And then again in 2008 and 2011, that's when the housing crisis and the whole Fannie Mae thing and everything, came into being. There was a fear of inflation. And so at that point, gold took another raise of 164%. And silver was at 446%. So I got that in an email today. I was looking at the charts. I'm like, you know what? I need to share this with everybody, because it's something that unless nobody shares the information with you, you don't know that it exists. Okay. And these were kind of nice because it kind of broke it down real quick, as far as something that you could easily look at and see what's happening. And right now with the way the economy is, of course, you got the war going on over there between Ukraine and Russia, and it's like everything is kind of up in the air. So this is another time where we're coming on that you should actually, it's with the inflation and everything. This is something that should be kept in mind as you're going about looking towards saving for your future. So what I'm going to be discussing here tonight are what are the benefits of saving in the form of gold and silver, and how you can save, who you can trust, how do you know if you're getting a good deal? Because there's a lot of companies out there that will sell you gold and silver, and you're like, well, why would I want to purchase it direct? There's a key to that, and I'll kind of share that in the presentation here tonight. But also, how can you afford to purchase gold and silver even if you're on a tight budget? Like I said, there's a misconception you have to have a lot of money, and regardless of what your income is, if you can save a little bit each day, and even a certain percentage, this is something that you can actually start building that wealth by saving in the form of silver and gold. So, and we're already discussing how gold and silver can truly build generational wealth. And I need to bear with me 1 second here. I need to take a sip of water. One thing that I want to discuss is, that covers what your financial institutions and your financial advisors are not sharing with you, what they don't want you to know. Okay. And that's something that's kind of key because, like I said, this is something first and foremost right off the bat. What I want to share with you is how you can do things yourself without going through somebody else. Okay. So this is something that they don't want you to know, that because if you're actually handling this yourself, then you're not saving your money in the banks. You're not going through them to actually handle your money or get loans to do stuff. Or like with a financial advisor, if they're not going to say, hey, Jane, you can go ahead and, buy gold and silver yourself, and you don't have to worry about going through me. They don't want you doing things on your own, because if you're not putting in the money in the banks to save in the bank, or you're not going through a financial advisor to handle the things for you, they're losing money. Okay. So if you can do things on your own, which this is what I'm going to be sharing with you is it's pretty much a safeguard method too, because you're actually physically owning what you're saving in. Okay. And that's very key. Okay. And also I want to share with you how you can start today if you like, or just give you the ideas of what you can do moving forward. So if it's something that you're not able to start right now, just kind of keep this in mind as an option, or something if you want to do it even on your own and go about it your own way. But this is a lot of good information here. So like I said, most of what I'm sharing here is just informational. So, but if you are interested in doing this or starting today or whatever, I do have a special opportunity for you. And that's if you're located in the United States, Canada, Australia, Ireland, UK, New Zealand, or Singapore. Okay. And like I said, that's the kind of the cherry on top. So who is this for? It's for anyone who understands the importance of saving gold and silver, but they're not sure how to go about doing it. Okay, it's for those who are looking for other options to save and control how much and how often they save. And like I said, this is something that's complete in your own control. It's for those who have a job, but they don't have a 401k. Now, like if you're working for a company that does offer a 401k, I highly encourage you to take advantage of that, because it's one of the best things that you can do, because a lot of times companies will have company matches. And, with the 401k, there's different ways where, you take a certain percentage and it comes out of your paycheck, and then you pretty much don't even realize that, you get used to not having that money and it's automatically going towards your 401k. And over the course of time, that builds wealth. Okay. So it's not, you don't have $100 come out of your paycheck every week and then instantaneously it's doubled or tripled or whatever. So it does take time to build wealth. So that's one thing. If you do have a 401k, I highly encourage you to take advantage of it, but this will give you another option if you don't. Okay. Because a lot of small companies out there, they don't have the capacity to offer a 401k to their employees. So this will give you another option to save. Okay. And it's also for those who are maybe looking for money for college. You have a son or a daughter or grandkids that are interested in going to college. And this will be a way for you to actually start saving and building wealth towards helping them out when it comes time for them to do that. And then there's also for those who are just looking for another option to, start building a nice little nest egg for yourself for down the road when you want to take life and enjoy it and not have to worry about your day-to-day routine. But it's also for those who are looking for an additional income. Like I said, I do have that opportunity I'm going to share with you. But the most part, it's just for those who are wondering what their options are. And if you have any kids that are high school age or even college age, I highly encourage you to actually share this with them, this presentation with them. If anything, at least the video that I'm going to be sharing here in about another minute. Okay. So what I want to do is, because you're going to get a lot of information from that, and this information is not taught in the formal education system. Okay. So the regular school, it wasn't taught to me when I was in school. It wasn't taught to my two sons when they were in school. So this is something that everybody should have the information to know. That's that's why I get all excited about sharing this, because it's like, if this was shared with me 20 years ago, I probably would be doing this presentation out on a yacht somewhere in the Caribbean or something, where I'd be, showcasing, hey, look, this is what happened over the course of years, but what was saving in the precious metals. But anyway, so just like I said, if this is something you do have kids or, even teenage kids or, people in college, I highly recommend you have them watch this video I'm going to share with you. And today, and with this presentation, I do want to give you the opportunity to qualify for a special drawing. We do have a cash prize drawing. And for that, what I would like you to do is just give me your biggest takeaway on the presentation. Did you have an aha moment? Was there something that really stood out to you? Or if there's something like, I'll take constructive criticism too. If there's something that I could explain better or do differently, you can also let me know that. But just send me an email at rick@silverandgoldsolutions.org and let me know what your biggest takeaway from the presentation was. And that'll qualify you for, and so this is going to be my last one for March. So that'll qualify you both for the cash prize drawing and then also the collectible drawing that I'm having at the end of the month. Okay. So like I said, if you watch this on a replay, just let me know that you saw this video. Just let me know what the date was on the video and say, hey, Rick, I watched this. Can I still qualify for the drawing? And I'll get you taken care of as far as that goes. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to bring in a gentleman by the name of Zach Davis. He's one of the co-founders of this company called 7K. You may or may not have heard of them, but he has a real nice presentation, and this is what was shared with me, and it really gave me some aha moments. Although this is like a modern, a 2022 version of the presentation, so it's a little bit different than what I saw, but it has a lot of the same information. So I'm going to sit here and watch this with you. So go ahead and enjoy this and take some notes if you have, and then if you have any questions, you can put them in the chat, or if you're watching this on a replay, you can also send me an email and ask me questions as well. So without further ado, I want to go ahead and bring in Zach, and he does go over the income disclosure at the beginning, but just kind of bear with it, okay?
Purchasing precious metals, bullion, coins, and/or collectibles involves risk. We strongly encourage you to exercise due diligence and properly educate yourself prior to purchasing precious metals. The information presented in 7K's Wealth Strategies is not to be considered tax or financial advice. We encourage you to seek appropriate professional advice regarding the tax and financial implications of buying, owning, or selling precious metals. The price and future value of precious metals is based on many factors, including but not limited to market and economic conditions. Past performance of precious metals is no guarantee of future performance or future value. Do you feel like you're working harder for your money just to get by? It's not just you. Millions of families around the world are feeling the exact same thing. In fact, as of 2017, 44% of Americans said they couldn't cover a $400 emergency expense if it popped up. So what's happening? Take a look at some of the major staples in our lives today and how much more they have increased in cost from the year 2000 to 2018. Water and sewage up 133%, car insurance up 97%, and the list goes on. This isn't even counting the 2021 inflation numbers that are the highest since 1982. We're all feeling it, but why is it happening? It's not that things are necessarily costing more to make our service, it's that the fiat currency used to buy the goods is becoming worth less. As you can see, when the Federal Reserve was created in 1913, a dollar was worth, well, a dollar. Because of some government decisions such as going off of the gold standard and increased money printing, the purchasing power over time was dropped to less than 5 cents on the dollar compared to 1913. Now, this isn't anything new, unfortunately. There's a long list of countries where this exact same thing has happened, including Germany, Argentina, Zimbabwe, and most recently Venezuela. In each case, they have attempted to print themselves out of their version of a financial crisis. The playbook is being passed around the world, and the result is always the same. If you look at the M1 currency supply chart, it will give you a good indication of what result we could be headed for in the United States. The M1 currency supply is just a way of showing how much printed money is in the hands of the citizens in a country. It is a direct link to the printing of fiat currency. As you can see, the U.S. made a drastic decision related to the COVID-19 pandemic in the year 2020 and decided to go on an even more massive printing spree. As we have seen throughout history, more printing leads to more inflation, which means it takes more fiat currency to purchase the things that we need to live. So how are we supposed to protect ourselves from what seems to be a runaway train? There is a secret that government institutions, banks, and wealthy families have used for ages. It's called sound money. Don't worry, it's just a fancy name for gold and silver. Gold and silver have proven to maintain its buying power throughout history, no matter what happens to fiat currencies around the world. Let's take a look at some examples. In 1965, 1 ounce of silver and $1 had equal purchasing power. You could have used either 2,500 ounces of silver or $2,500 to purchase a brand new Ford Mustang. If you would have had the same 2,500 ounces of silver in 2020, you could have purchased 2 brand new Mustangs. But $2,500 could barely even cover the down payment to get one. The same is proven true in the housing market. The average home cost in 2001 was $169,000, or 626 ounces of gold. In 2021, you could have taken less gold and purchased 3 homes, even though the average home cost in dollars almost doubled. The list goes on and shows how gold and silver is one of the best ways to play defense against fiat currencies that always decrease in value over time. There are usually a couple things that happen, though, when individuals find out about the value of sound money. First, questions. What should I buy? Who should I trust? How much does it take to get started? And do I need to be an expert to win? The second thing that happens is a discovery of things like mixed advice on what to buy, scammers, high minimums, and people selling inventory they don't actually have, and much, much more, which all cause more questions and a general mistrust, leading them to never ever get started. Maybe this sounds familiar, but we believe things just shouldn't be that hard. We believe that every family deserves a real chance to get ahead of the game, not only now, but forever. Really, our goal is to help you get started on a path that will help you create a true legacy for generations to come. So who are we? We are 7K, a community of people on a mission to help each other create financial independence, preserve wealth, and create an exceptional life through both good and bad economic times. 7K was founded in 2016 by these 4 individuals with over 100 years of combined business experience. They all have different skill sets and strengths, but all share the same values and belief in helping the average family get ahead. Together, they set out to create a vehicle for people to find more hope and less stress. That vehicle is now a membership, much like Amazon Prime, Spotify, Hulu, or countless other companies that also have a membership, but much more powerful. With a 7K membership, one of the easiest ways to start is by grabbing a little bullion. Bullion is non-collectible gold and silver. Non-collectible gold or silver is a great way to shore up the defensive side of your wealth portfolio. 7K makes it easy. They carry physical gold and silver in different forms. They only sell the things they have in inventory. You won't find minimums or maximums, period. You can literally start with $1 if that's your current budget. And one of the coolest things is that 7K has made transacting in gold and silver possible again. It makes it easy for you to create and execute a good defensive strategy. But there isn't a good sports team in history that has won a championship on defense alone. Just like that, you will also need a very good offensive strategy. That offensive strategy can be found inside of collectibles. The collectible market has proven to be a robust way for wealthy families around the world to not only protect, but also grow their wealth, and more importantly, their legacy. A collectible usually has to be rare or low mintage, has to have unique or artistic designs, a great story, or have historic significance. So if you look at the paper this amazing Spider-Man comic book from 1962 is printed on, it's only worth a couple of dollars. In 2021, this comic book sold for a record $3.6 million. The person or family that bought this book was not buying the paper. They were buying the emotion, the art, rarity, story, and other things they found valuable about this book. In fact, most wealthy families that are playing the collectibles game are doing it not only for their financial protection or gain, but also to preserve their family legacy. If you look at the top 5 places wealthy families turned in order to protect and grow their wealth during the financial crisis of 2008, you will see that 3 of the 5 things are collectible in some way. And the other 2? Sound money. Unfortunately, not many families have an extra million or 2 laying around to buy high-end collectibles, nor would they even know where to start. But 7K is bridging the gap so that the average family can start playing the game with rare, unique, but also affordable collectibles through modern coins. In 2004, a coin called Tiffany Art No. 1 hit the market for about $90. Now, $90 doesn't seem unreasonable for the average family to scrape together in order to add this incredible coin to their wealth portfolio. Today, though, if you wanted to go buy this same coin, it would cost you at least $8,000. But the metal in the coin is only worth roughly $50 today. The additional value in the coin is due to the rarity, story, beauty, or whatever else a potential buyer finds to be valuable. That is the added leverage or offense collectibles can add to a wealth portfolio. You can see here just a few more examples of the same thing play out in other coins. Modern collector coins have a very good track record over the last 20 to 30 years of being a powerful tool inside of the offense of a well-rounded wealth strategy. 7K not only offers some of the best coins from around the world, but also designs and mints its own coins, giving 7K members exclusive or first access. 7K also makes adding cool, unique, and rare collectible coins extremely easy through one of the most powerful member benefits called the Autosaver. The Autosaver program takes all of the thinking out of collecting and leverages the experts at 7K to send you a rare and exclusive collectible coin every single month. It is truly a set it and forget it, zero discipline approach to automate your collectible asset stacking. You will just need to choose one of the options you like best and watch them show up at your door every month. There are other ways you can also take your stacking to the next level though, with your own shopping cart called 7K Selected and also special sales called Coin Drops. 7K provides many ways to win with collectible gold and silver. As you can see here, Eddie Spears has spent very little time to get a massive head start making sure a wealth legacy comes from him. All the same, Chris Lattin Sr. says he collects both bullion and collector coins, and you can see he has built a very nice stack. He even claims it is now one of his most valued possessions because of what it will mean for him and his family in the future. Gold and silver are not only effective, but can also be super fun. But 7K is much more than just a gold and silver company. Their focus is to help in any way possible you build the legacy that you feel is important. As you dig into the membership at 7K, you will find many different member benefits to help you build that legacy from many different angles. Each could be an important tool in your financial strategy to reduce the stress of the current economy and add more hope for the future. Although you will have plenty of support early on to help you get started in your journey with precious metals, being a proficient and educated buyer is an important component to hitting your new goals. The buyer certification training will help you find what type of buyer you might be, what goals you might have based on what is important to you, and also what type of defensive strategy you might want to set up for yourself. The collector certification will help you move towards a winning offensive strategy, teaching you all you need to know about the ins and outs of the collectible coin world, what types you might be interested in, and also some expert tips from a world-renowned coin expert. As you dig into collectibles more, you will also find the power of collections, and inevitably, you will be searching for a coin to complete a certain series or set that isn't for sale on the first-hand market anymore. The next member benefit helps solve that problem of where you might find that coin, along with other problems that were previously obvious in the collectible coin market. Authenticity. Now you can easily buy graded collectible coins from other collectors without worry. It also features the world's first inventory system for collectors where you can track what coins you have and what their current values are. Collecting gold and silver is fun, but 7K believes it should also power your lifestyle. Putting a value on memories made around the world is actually priceless. With a 7K membership, you can choose to travel around the world on the company-sponsored trips. Any member can choose to go, and usually at a discount from market rate. There are also other 7K getaway trips where you can spend time with the founders, the executive team, and those can be won through contests. With 7K, you really can create a robust lifestyle using the power of gold and silver and all that the membership has to offer. But remember the initial problem that most people have of not being able to cover the $400 emergency expense? 7K has a way to help that too. Simply by sharing the 7K message, you will earn points across 2 teams, and 7K will thank you by sending you $500 once each team reaches 500 points. This can happen once, or as many times as you choose, by how often you successfully share the message and refer new customers. And the best part is when you earn enough points and a payment is triggered, 7K will drop it directly into what's called your Sound Money wallet. The Sound Money wallet is the most robust digital wallet today that deals with cash, gold, and silver. You can power your entire gold and silver strategy through this wallet. money to do the things that you enjoy with the people you love. Our guess is that something you heard today made sense. Now, if that's true, don't wait any longer to start building your family legacy through one of the most powerful vehicles available today. Go ahead and pick up which membership is going to fit you best. If you're just looking to be a customer and start stacking assets through the 7K membership, the standard is an awesome option. For only $199 for the 1-year membership, it has plenty of benefits to move you in the right direction. But if you know you want to earn some extra income through sharing the 7K message, the premium is definitely the right choice. You will receive all of the same benefits as the standard, plus some extra silver in your welcome packet, and also some tools to help you get started sharing. Now, it's valued at over $1,500, but will only take $499 to get started with that 1-year membership. So thank you for taking the time to see why 7K might be a fit for you. But before you go, just take a note of where you might fall. Most people fall into one of 3 categories, and please take a note of where you might fit. 1 is to grab a membership and start stacking. 2 is to grab a membership and share the message to create a nice little side gig with some extra income. Or 3 is that you already know you want to share the message enough to work toward a full-time income. If you identified yourself as a 2 or 3, then take a look at our income disclosure to see how successful our members that actually decide to share the 7K message have been. You can see each rank and what the high, low, mean, and averages are for each one, and what it might take you to create a solid side gig or a full-time income. Also take note that 85% of our members don't actually share with anyone else. They just love the products and all the member benefits that come with 7K. Now, wherever it is that you may fit, we're very excited for you to become a new member of 7K.
So hopefully you can hear me. And so like right now, if you want to go ahead and put in the chat, where you feel you are, like Zach showed you, the one where you're just interested in, saving for your future, and start, as they refer to it as stacking. And the reason why they call it stacking is because, like, if you do like the graded coins, it comes in this nice hard plastic case. It's enclosed, so it's sealed. And it, when you get multiples of them, they do stack nicely. So like here's 2 of them stacked together. Okay. So that's why they refer to it as stacking. But anyway, so there's one, if you just wanted to create your membership and start, saving in the form of precious metals, that would be the one. 2 is if you want to do that and then also share the opportunity with other people and have the opportunity to actually earn passively, when other members sign up. Or like I said, 3 is like some people, because there are some people with 7K that actually just, this is all they do. This is their full-time job, their full-time income. And that's one of the things that was like when Zach was showing just the benefits of 7K. It's not only just the ability to save on a monthly basis and incrementally, and set up the auto saver program where you have something shipped to you once every month. But what they wanted to do is they wanted to come up with an idea of, how could they give benefits to the average everyday person. And even one of the things that they do share is they do have a healthcare plan. Okay. So it's something like if you're, if the company you work for doesn't have a healthcare plan, or if you wanted like supplemental insurance or something, that is something that they do. So they were trying to come up with different ways to, give people, kind of have like an all-in-one type community, so to speak. And one of the things that they with 7K is it's also part of the membership, and it's not really spelled out. Is the 7K advantages. That's where you get it's a phone app, and you can actually get discounts on like everyday things like restaurants, fast food places, hotels, vacation trips, cars, anything. Pretty much there's like a lot of those saver programs out there where people are paying anywhere from $99 on up a year just to have that. That's all part of your membership. Okay. So whether you use it or not, that's up to you. But, you can basically do searches for stuff like in your own zip code, or if you're on vacation somewhere, if you want to, you can even use it for your travel benefits and everything too. But there's a lot of things. And there's also even, different businesses have different bonus, like different like retail stores and stuff have bonuses on there too. So there's a lot of things involved with the 7K advantage. That's another advantage there too. But so yeah, so if you want to go ahead and put in the chat whether there are 1, 2, or 3, and it looks like I got kind of a mixed batch and a couple of each really. So it's really good to see that because you know what, this is something that it's. Everybody has a different perspective. Some people might not be outgoing or want to share the opportunity, or they're, and this is one thing that when this was shared with me, I've talked about this to almost everybody that I talk to that, you know, whether it's friends or family or even like, different businesses and places that, like even, people at the library I've even talked to about. But so this is something that like with 7K, it really is a unique opportunity. Okay. And, you may not be able to, start a membership today or, get into this right away. But even if you don't do this, kind of take what Zach was sharing there, as far as even if you can actually save a little bit of silver each month or a little bit of gold each month or something like that, where in this case here, you would be going down to a gold or silver place or a coin shop or something like that. But the thing is, like with that, the difference there is they all have their markups. Okay. So 7K, they do give you dealer direct pricing. So whatever they're paying for it from the dealer, that's what they're charging you and I. It's not like they have an additional markup. And like with graded coins, there's always a cost involved with graded coins too, as far as understanding the cost of that. Now, I'll just share that real quick. So in order to have one coin graded, say if you got through the mail or something, you got a silver eagle, okay, and you wanted to have it graded. Well, in order to have it graded, you would have to have a membership to one of the grading companies. And NGC, which is what 7K uses, is one of the top 2 grading companies in the world. It's the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. And what they do is they grade the coin. And if it's like this one here that I'm showing you is an MS70. So it's a MS70 is it's a perfectly graded coin. There is no higher grade. Okay. And so when it's graded, it's a barcode on there. And that's what up at the top, there's a barcode in the label. And that's what is referred to in Stack and Sell, where with that app, you just scan it with your phone and it'll actually put it into your portfolio and it'll show what you paid for it. And then also what its current market value is, which is really nice. And especially for insurance purposes too. But so when you have a coin graded, it's going to cost you $25 just to have a membership. Then to send in that one coin, it's going to cost you $35 just to have it graded. So you're already at like $60 right there. And that's not even considering the fact of the cost of the coin. So if you paid $30 for it, say, so you're at $90 just to have it graded. And, and also the hassle and effort and everything involved in it. And you don't even know if it's going to be a perfectly graded coin. Whereas with 7K's, their autosaver program, they're ensuring that what you get is a perfectly graded coin, whether it's silver or it's gold. I actually got a gold one here, and this is a 0.5 gram PF70 Ultra Cameo, and it's the Animal State series for the United States here. So this is actually the Montana Morning Cloak. It's a I guess that's a butterfly or a moth. I'm sorry if I really don't know but so anyways, that's a 0.5 gram coin. And it's graded PF70, so it's perfectly graded. So it's really, and of course, like a 0.5 gram is going to be small. Like if you bought a 1 ounce gold bullion or gold coin, it would be the same size as like the American Silver Eagle, which is the silver dollar. Okay, so just kind of keep that in mind. But with their autosaver program, they're ensuring that you get a perfectly graded coin. So it's what that means is it's going to hold and maintain its value higher than like a raw ungraded coin or something. Okay. So it's something like if you walked into a coin dealer with a graded coin, a perfectly graded coin, and you wanted to sell it, they know that you're going to be looking for top dollar for it. And there's no way they can argue with you because it's perfectly graded. Whereas if you walked in with a raw silver eagle, they're going to say, well, I've got my costs and this is what, and before you know it, you might get something for it, but you're not going to get the full value most likely of what you paid for it. And then depending on what the economy is doing and everything, like I showed at the beginning of this presentation, that the chart, from that showed, during the rough economic times when inflation was high or there was a scare or something, that's usually when silver and gold took off. And like I said, just kind of like a plant and a seed here. Whether that the same thing is going to happen, most likely it will, but there's no guarantee to anything that something's going to go up in value. But judging by what's happened over the course of time, this is a time that's something that at least precious metals should be considered. Okay, and so what I want to do real quick, I have a very special offer I want to share with you, but real quick, what I want to do is I highly encourage everybody, if you're on the fence here or if you're just not sure what to do, do your due diligence. Like if you go to, like I said, I have that in the chat, I have the www.7kmetals.com/Rick F. If you go to that, it'll actually show you like I said, it's got the 10,000-foot overview of it's got three short videos that explain it. And then you can kind of look around there too, if you want to, before you make a decision. And it might be a great fit for you. It might not be a good fit for you, but it should be something that to keep in mind that this option is out there. And the thing is too, is when you buy if you do buy, silver and gold or something, or any type of precious metals directly from somebody else or some other company, make sure that what they have is traceable and trackable. Everything that comes from 7K, it's tracked. Okay, so the minute if you have it on autosaver, the one day you would get an email saying, hey, we charged your credit card or your debit card, or here's your receipt. We charged them the amount. So like the basic one is 105 for the Silver Eagle, which is MS70, and then with like the shipping and the credit card fee, it comes out to like 116 or 117 a month. But they send you that copy of your receipt, and then the very next day you get an email with the tracking number with it going out FedEx, and then 2 days later you get your package, and then they even send an email after it's delivered saying, hey, we just delivered your package, so make sure that you look for it. So it's something that everything they do is traced and tracked. And so with 7K, one thing that they do is anything that you buy from them, they guarantee that they will buy it back from you. Okay, and they will usually they have the highest buyback price guarantee, because what they do is, because if it's something that you bought from them, they can trace it and track it. So if you went to liquidate something and you wanted to sell something, and something that you physically had, you can contact them, you'd fill out a form, send it back to them, and then they will match it up with their records. And as long as, like, if it's this MS70 coin or something, say for example, they would actually, as long as it's looking still brand new or whatever, which is, it should, unless you drop it or something. But they will give you the best possible buyback price. A lot of the companies out there won't do that. They'll sell you something, but when it comes to buying it back, you're going to run into some resistance. And so then you're forced to go to like one of those silver and gold places, or like a coin shop or something, and go with that route there. So just kind of keep that in mind too. Kind of like I said, do your due diligence. And with 7K, go ahead and look them up on the Better Business Bureau. That's what I did. When I checked, this is at the time I did the screenshot here, they have an A+ Better Business Bureau rating. Out of at this time, there were 40 customer reviews, and they had a 4.5 out of 5 star rating. But that's nice, and A+ is nice. But the thing I look at here is the customer complaints. And at this time, when I checked here and did the screenshot, they had 0. Okay. And they do have a physical location. They're located in Idaho Falls, Idaho. It's not one of those virtual things where you can't, you're buying from someplace or somebody, and you don't even know if they were, if they're operating out of their garage or their basement or something. Although, I guess that's where Amazon started. So, but in this case here, you could actually, if you were in Idaho Falls, Idaho, you could walk in their front door and, communicate with people and, see what they have there. It's at some point that's on my bucket list to get out there and take a look and see, what they're like in person. And also they have a phone number you can call and talk to people. They do have chat support online. They do have some chat later at night, but if there's something that their customer service is phenomenal. Every time I've had to work with them or I had questions on something, they've been lickety split with the answers. And a couple times they didn't have the answers. The person that was on duty didn't have the answer. But first thing in the morning, one time I got a phone call from 7K saying, oh, here's the answer to your question. Another time I got an email first thing. So they're very, very good on customer service. Okay. And during that presentation, Zach had shown the pictures of the founders. There was Zach who was doing the presentation, then Roger Ball, Josh Anderson, and Richard Hansen. And if the name Roger Ball looks familiar to you, he's actually the founder of Mello Lucas. So that's a $2 billion company here in the United States. And so it just kind of, so he, obviously knows how to, he knows a good thing when he sees it, but it just shows you that the quality of people that created 7K, they're very solid people, and they do, because it was founded by multiple people. It's not one of those things where one person's going to make a decision or whatever. So they do have a board of directors and everything. So everything is very set up, very thorough, and very nice. Okay. So what I want to do here, okay, and this is my special offer, and then we're going to go ahead and wrap this up, because I do have so much more information I want to share with you, but I don't want to, I'm excited. Okay. But I don't want to share too much with you where you just have too much information, then you don't make a decision. Now, what I want to do is, I have in the chat my email address. It's rick@silverandgoldsolutions.org. Okay. So you can, first off, to qualify for the drawings, just send me an email. Let me know what your biggest takeaway is. And regardless of when you watch this, if you watch this, this is March. If you watch this in 3 months from now, 4 months from now, still reach out to me and say, hey, Rick, I watched your presentation from March. Can you still count me in on something? And I will do whatever I can to help you out. Okay. Because I really appreciate you watching and sharing, watching this presentation and sharing your time with me. And like, I am excited about this because the way I look at money and how I save for my future now is totally different than what I was doing 2, 5, and 10 years ago. Okay. And this just gives you another option. And I'm not saying do everything in silver and gold. I'm just saying consider it as a percentage, or, something that you should do, just to have it on the wayside. Because think about this too. Okay. So say the world moves towards crypto. Okay. And you've seen it before where governments have shut down the internet in different countries for a period of time or whatever, just to make a statement or whatever. But say if the power goes out, or you cannot access your something goes with the cell phone and you can't access your crypto wallet. Okay. And you go to pay for something. How are you going to pay for it? If you have something physical, tangible in your hand, this, gold and silver have been around for thousands of years. Okay. You even go back to the biblical times when, what did one of the wise men bring the infant Jesus? He brought him gold. Okay. So it even had its value and its significance so many years ago. So just kind of keep that in mind. Okay. And it's, you don't want to be walking around with like bags of gold and stuff, but I'm just, all that would be nice. But just kind of keep that in mind, because like with 7K, they do have a lot of great collectibles, which are really nice. And when you see these, when you get one of these in your hand and you open up that package, and it's like in your, this is wealth. This is something that you're saving it and you're physically holding it. And you see, like in this case here, it's just an American silver eagle, but you can see that's a perfect coin. Or like you look at the gold, and they have so many different other collectibles. I have some other videos on my YouTube channel of some of the things that I've got just to kind of save. And some of them I will be reselling in that too. But, there's just, when you open it and it's like you look at the detail and how perfect everything looks, it really does something. And I can't explain it until you experience it yourself. Once you do, you'll know exactly what I'm referring to and why I can kind of even get so excited about it. So just kind of keep those things in mind. Okay. So what I want to do is the special offer that I want to share with you is I would really love to have you be part of our team. Okay. Now this is not my team and it's not your team, but to qualify as an associate where you have one left and one right. Okay. You have to share the opportunity. Okay. But in order to get those points, to build up, they're going to build up over the course of time. But at the same point, the way you're going to move up quicker is if you're working with a team where you just help each other with referrals. Okay. Because in order for you to rank up, you have to help the people below you rank up. Okay. So in order for, like in this case here, anything that I do, I'm helping the person above me rank up, but at the same time, I'm helping myself rank up. Okay. So like with 7K, I'd like to consider it really it's probably the biggest pay it forward, program I've ever seen. So in order for you to be successful, you have to help the people that are below you be successful. And that's where I would like to have work together with you as a team. And what I would like you to do, if you want to go ahead and just create your membership and you're not interested in sharing it and earning passively, that's quite all right. You can do that. Or if you can't even do this at this time and you just want to start saving in silver and gold and other means, you do that too. That's the main thing. Is I just want to share this with people to say, you know what, this is an option that you do have. Be aware of it, and hopefully you got some great insight from this presentation. But if you want to be a part of the team, send me an email at rick@silverandgoldsolutions.org. And if you just want to go ahead and you can click on this, the website in the chat, the 7kmetals.com/Rick F. It'll take you to their homepage, and it'll have 3 short videos on the front page there. You can watch those, and then there's a button below that says "Sounds good, I'm in." I think that's what it says right now. And you can go ahead and click that and create your membership. But then also, if you go to that website, 7kmetals.com/Rick F, and you look around, once you create your membership, you're going to have the exact same website with your own coded to you that you can share with other people. So if that's why I say, as far as, getting associates or, building a team below you. There are a lot of ways to do that, and I'll share that in another separate call after working together. But there are a ton of ways that you can share the opportunity. And it's like I said, you're going to have your own website. So if like you're posting that on social media or something like that, and somebody comes along and says, hey, what's this? And they're checking out the website and they buy something from it, you'll get credit for those purchases. And then it'll also give the people the opportunity to become a member when they're, clicking through your website. So it'll say, do you want to become a member or not? And if they say no, then they can make the purchase and you get credit for that too. But if they become a member, those points get attached to you as well. So there's a lot of different ways to, build that downline and build the points to help you qualify for the weekly payouts. Okay. But you do have to have at least a left and a right, and then have at least 500 points on the left and 500 on the right for the $500 check. Now, real quick, they did start at the end of 2020. They did start having it where if you hit 250 points on your left and right, they would issue you a payment of $250 into your Sound Money wallet. And also to keep in mind too is once it hits your Sound Money wallet, there's a 5-day waiting period. And the only reason why they have that is because there's a 5-day window for people to cancel their membership. Okay. So like if you had somebody that came in on a Saturday or whatever, and you hit the 250 or 500 points or whatever level you're at, that money would go into your Sound Money wallet. But say come Monday, that person's like, you know what, I changed my mind, and they canceled. Then the points would be subtracted out. Okay. So then you wouldn't hit it for that week, but you wouldn't lose the other points. So you would just have to wait another week or 2 weeks or whatever it was until you got the point total. So this kind of want to, working together as a team. There's a lot of information here, and I don't want to bombard you with it too much, but there's a lot of great things going on here. And I highly encourage you at least to look into it. And like I said, if you want to be a part of the team, send me an email at rick@silverandgoldsolutions.org. And when you send me that email, include your phone number or your cell phone number. And that's not for me to call you. I'm not going to bug you unless you want me to call you personally. That's fine. I can do that. But the main thing is just to give us another means of communication. So once I get your email and your phone number, then when I'm going to send you an email back right away with a link. And I'll tell you right now, it's not even going to be my own personal referral link. It's going to be from somebody on our team. And that's like I'm saying, that's how we pay it forward. So when you get that link, it'll also have my personal phone number on there too. So if you want to text me, or if you're out sharing the opportunity sometime and you have questions that you don't know, you can, text me and say, hey, Rick, what do they asked this question. What do you know about it? Then I can actually either jump on a call or I can give you the information, but that's just another way for us to communicate. Okay. So don't worry, I'm not going to be hounding you or bugging you or anything. This is just, it gives us another option. Okay. And it's more of a benefit for you if you have any questions on how to do things. Okay. So anyways, once you get that email from me, there'll be a link in there, and then go ahead and create your membership. And then as soon as you create your membership, you're going to have your own referral ID. Okay. Like in this case here, the www.7kmetals.com/RickF. The RickF is my personal affiliate ID. Okay. And so you're going to have your own. So once you get that, email me back or text me, however you want to do it, and say, okay, hey, Rick, here's my referral ID. Please put me on the team. Then what I'll do is the next person that comes along, I will go ahead and share that with them. Okay, so you see how that works. And then also, I do want to point out real quick too, before I let you go, there's per household, there's a maximum of 2 people, and there's only one stipulation about that. So like Jane, you're on here, like if you wanted your husband to create a membership, they would have to create their membership under your referral ID. Okay. But in this case here, so you would at least have, your husband on as your left or your right. And then the next person that I share, your link with, and then I would like you to do is let me also know what your husband's link is. And then I will in turn share both your links. I'll put it into, it's called a rotator. I won't get into an explanation now. We'll share that on another presentation, but it'll rotate between everybody's referral IDs. And this way we can help each other build a team, a strong team together. Because I would really like to see everybody on our team hit associate, then copper, then bronze, then silver, and so on. Okay. And so, just go ahead and send me your referral link back, and then I'll share that with the next person, and we'll build a nice team together. Okay. So again, go ahead and send me an email at rick@silverandgoldsolutions.org. And I'm going to close with the same with that email. You qualify for the cash prize drawing, which is from me personally. And then also what I want to share with you tonight is if you mention this presentation in your email to me, say, Rick, how do I get my membership half off? And I will share that with you. And this is my gift to you. It has nothing, it's not from 7K, it's not from anybody else. This is from me personally to you for taking your time and sharing your evening with me or watching the video replay, whichever one it is. And that's just my way of appreciating you and welcoming you to being a part of the team. Okay, so that's a special bonus. I hope you take advantage of it. If you have any questions about anything in the presentation, reach out to me and I will get back to you as quickly as I possibly can. And then also, if we're connected, with phone numbers for cell purposes, if you need to talk, please text me first because, we have different time zones. I'm here in Illinois in the United States, so I'm in the Central Standard Time Zone. You could be from, Australia or New Zealand or, the UK, where you're on a totally different time zone. So just kind of text me first. And then if for some reason I don't answer, it might be because of the time, but I will get back to you as quickly as I can. Okay. And with that, I do want to close with one other really important thing. If you do become a member, and you hit the rank of silver within the first 90 days of becoming a member, what 7K does is, as an added bonus on top of everything that you get with the company or with 7K, is they will actually give you a 100-ounce bar of silver. Okay. And right now I think it's going for like around $2,900. And that's just their way of thanking you for becoming a member and sharing this great opportunity with other people. And so it's like, that's one of the perks that they have. You hit silver within the first 90 days and you're able to maintain it for 45 after, because there's different things where sometimes people hit silver and then it will drop back down to bronze or something. And then, because if somebody falls out or something, but if you're able to hold it for 90 days, then they will give you a 100-ounce bar of silver. So it's a sweet bonus from 7K. And there's a lot of great things. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. And you can check out the website, 7kmetals.com/RickF. And, we'll go from there and send me an email. Let me know what your biggest takeaway is. And I look forward to meeting you and having you on the team. And thank you very much for taking the time to attend my event this evening. I wish you the best and we will talk to you again soon. Take care. Bye.